From Conflict to Coherence, Treating Relational Cognitive Dissonance Through CCRIP by Ashley S. White. Talon et al. Expand on traditional cognitive dissonance theory by proposing an epistemic inconsistency management model. The model reframes dissonance as a broader cognitive process tied to how individuals handle unexpected or contradictory information. The authors argue that when people encounter violations of their expectations, they engage in strategies not just to reduce discomfort, but to restore a coherent understanding of reality. The model bridges cognitive dissonance theory with research on prediction error and epistemic motivation. It offers a more integrated explanation of how people reconcile new information with existing beliefs. This article is particularly relevant because it situates dissonance reduction within the context of learning and information processing. It emphasizes that managing inconsistency is a core part of human cognition. This perspective adds depth by showing that dissonance management is not only about protecting the self, but also about maintaining epistemic stability in the face of uncertainty. Foster and Misra explore how individuals protect their self-concept when faced with romantic rejection or relational failure. Through a series of studies, they demonstrate that people often engage in cognitive reframing, such as minimizing the personal significance of rejection to preserve self-esteem and emotional well-being. This response reflects a form of cognitive dissonance reduction as individuals reinterpret negative experiences in ways that align with positive self-image. The authors highlight that distancing the self from threatening feedback allows for psychological resilience, even if it involves selective reinterpretation of events. This article provides an essential link between dissonance processes and interpersonal relationships, illustrating how people use self-protective narratives to maintain coherence between their self-concept and social experiences. The article offers a valuable example of how dissonance reduction operates not only in abstract belief systems, but also in intimate, emotionally charged contexts. Harmon Jones and colleagues revisit one of the core propositions of cognitive dissonance theory, the relationship between effort and reward. Through a psychophysiological lens, the authors explore whether expending greater effort enhances or diminishes the perceived value of an outcome. Their findings suggest that increased effort often amplifies reward valuation, consistent with the effort justification principle, though contextual and emotional factors can moderate this effect. The study integrates behavioral data with physiological measures, providing a nuanced view of how dissonance processes operate at both cognitive and biological levels. This research strengthens the empirical grounding of dissonance theory and highlights its continued relevance in understanding motivation and self-evaluation. Lambert Swain explores how white individuals in interracial relationships manage cognitive dissonance arising from their racial identity and egalitarian values. Through qualitative interviews, the study reveals that many participants rationalize their beliefs to maintain a sense of moral integrity while still benefiting from white privilege. The article demonstrates how personal relationships intersect with broader racial hierarchies, highlighting the psychological strategies individuals use to reconcile conflicting social identities. This work contributes to understanding how cognitive dissonance operates in the social realm, particularly in the maintenance of self-concept within complex racial dynamics. Griffith provides a comprehensive overview of the theory of cognitive dissonance and the various strategies people use to reduce psychological discomfort caused by conflicting beliefs, attitudes, or behaviors. The article synthesizes decades of research tracing the evolution of dissonance theory from Festinger's original framework to more recent experimental and applied studies. McGrath emphasizes how dissonance reduction operates across multiple domains, including decision-making, morality, and self-concept maintenance. This review is particularly useful because it connects abstract theoretical concepts to the real-world behavior, illustrating how individuals preserve internal consistency even when confronted with evidence that challenges their beliefs. McGrath's article provides a solid theoretical foundation for understanding the mechanisms that drive self-justification and belief adjustment, especially in socially sensitive contexts like race and identity. Intervention: Cognitive Coherence and Reflective Integration Program. The Cognitive Coherence and Reflective Integration Program, CCRIP, is a 6-session intervention designed to help individuals and couples recognize, tolerate, and integrate relational dissonance using a combination of psychoeducation, emotional regulation training, guided reflection, identity exploration, and behavioral alignment strategies. The 5 steps of CCRIP. 1. Normalizing dissonance as an adaptive relational signal. 2. Strengthening metacognition and reflective reasoning. 3. Addressing emotional defensiveness and attachment-based vulnerability. 4. Incorporating effort-based identity-sensitive tasks. 5. Supporting long-term behavioral and relational coherence. Counseling interventions informed by dissonance theory can: Number 1, facilitate non-defensive dialogue through self-affirmation and emotional regulation strategies. Number 2, encourage partners to explore identity-based sources of conflict such as cultural roles or values. Number 3, support effort-based relational commitments that increase alignment and mutual trust. Number 4, build epistemic trust, which increases openness to partner perspectives and reduces biases in relational interpretation. My personal reflection. Throughout this project, I learned more about cognitive dissonance and its effects on intimate relationships. I learned that cognitive dissonance is a regular part of relationships, not just something experienced by those with anxiety, like myself. I learned about CCRIP and how this type of therapy can be used to minimize cognitive dissonance in intimate relationships.